Please subscribe Absolute Automation and press the bell icon. So guys, welcome back to my channel, and so I'll be covering a short video today. So this will help you to understand the flow, the execution flow, how everything is getting executed line by line in a Cucumber. And again, today we are not going to do any actual hard coding, because to master something, guys, you have to first understand the basic. So without clearing all your basic, you cannot master anything. Okay, so far what we have did is we have created a runner file. So we have just feature and glue here, and there are many other things as well in the runner file which I will be covering later. So I have a dummy step definition and I have some feature. Okay, so what I will do is I will just change the scenario name in my feature file. I am scenario A. Okay, and I will remove this scenario outline, and what I will do is I will create a second scenario. I am scenario B. Let's so guys, see, I'm not doing any implementation. I'm just going to explain you how the flow works in Cucumber BDD TestNG. Okay, so without understanding this, it will be very hard for you to design a framework. Okay guys, okay, so as you have seen, what we did is in order to create a Cucumber TestNG runner file, we have to extend abstract TestNG Cucumber test. Okay, so in this Cucumber test we have if we see this is my dot class, so this is my binary. Okay, so we have some methods here. We have before, we have at the test, we have data provider. Okay, we have after class. So when we perform any action, so what happens is when we run this, we get some output. Okay guys, and this is my output. So I will show you how the execution goes and which method is called first. Okay, so I think no one has taught us ever. Okay, so without wasting time, I will give you a demo. So inside src main Java, I will create a base package, and in that base package, let's say I'm creating a driver class. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, guys, I will extend the abstract TestNG Cucumber test here. Okay, and what I will do is, in this class, this is my abstract class. Okay, if you can see, abstract TestNG Cucumber test is my abstract class. So what I will do is I will copy the logic in my driver. Okay, so I have written the implementation logic here, so I don't need abstract TestNG Cucumber test anymore. Okay guys, so I will remove this. So this is my customized TestNG Cucumber. So okay, so let's rename it. Customize TestNG Cucumber runner. Okay guys, so this is my customized TestNG Cucumber runner, and so what I'll be going to do now is my runner file is not going to extend this abstract test ng cucumber test. So instead of that, I will extend my customize. One second. I will import this, and yeah, so I will remove this import from the old one. Okay guys, so this is my customized one, and okay, yeah, everything is set. So now guys, what I will do is I will show you the flow. So for that, I'll be adding a print line statement. Okay, so let's say this is my before class. So what I will give is I am from mm, I am from before class from runner method. So these all are my runner method. So yeah, so I'm from before class from my runner method, and same thing I will put it in every method. I'm from test. Okay guys, I'm from test from runner method, and the same thing for data provider. I'm from data provider from runner method, and same thing for my after class. I'm from after class from runner method. And next what I will do is to know which scenario I'm executing, I will print the scenario name as well. Okay, so how you will print the scenario name is like you have to take the picker, even though you can do it with the help of hooks, but I will show you how you can do it, how you can do it from the runner. Okay, from get picker dot get name, even you can get the tags, you can get many things. Okay, get name, and which scenario I'm executing, I will print it from here. Dot get pickle dot. So there is no method to get the feature name, so I will use feature wrapper dot toString. Okay, so I will execute this, and let's understand the flow. Yeah, so you can see I am from before class. So this got executed first, then the call goes to I am from data provider. So my data provider got executed second, then I am from test, so call goes to my test. This is my test, and the call goes here. I am from test from another method, and then I am scenario A. The scenario spelling is wrong, sorry for that. Then scenario name, and then the feature name. So feature name comes in this format, optional. You can use a string operation to remove this, and then this will be your feature name, testing the transfer scenario. So testing the transfer scenario, and I am scenario A is my first scenario, and same thing it will do for other three scenarios A, B and C, and it will go in my after class. So this is my after class. Okay, so this is the flow, and if I combine this with my testng annotation, okay, so what I will do is here I have written some annotations, So so these are my testng annotations. So I will be putting it, and I will show you how this works with my testng annotations. So I will import all the testng annotations here. Okay, so okay, so these are the predefined methods which I have imported from the abstract Cucumber testng class, and these are my testng annotations. So I have before suit, before test, before class, before method, then after suit, after test, after class, and after method. Okay, so what happened here is, if you don't know the execution sequence of a testng annotation, I will give you a brief idea here. So what happened is, uh, we have so what happened is we have suit, then we have test, then we have classes, then we have class, and inside that class, okay, so what happened here is, okay, so I have suit, test, inside classes I have class, I can have multiple class as well. Okay, so what happened here is, in this class I have many method 1, method 2. Okay, so what happened here is, my before, I will write it down here, before suit, SUIT, before test, before class, then I have before method. Okay, what else we have? So guys, this before step is coming from Cucumber, so I will be telling about testng annotation first. So we have before suit, before test, before method, and before class. So I have covered all the annotations in testng here. Okay, so what happen is, so before suit will go before my suit gets started, before test will execute before my test, before class will execute before my class, and this before method will execute before executing any method in the class. Okay, so this is my testng annotation, testng annotation, annotation execution flow. Okay, I will repeat once again. So in a suit file we have suit, test, classes, and class. Okay, so my before suit, at the rate before suit will go before executing. Okay, what I will do is, I will Okay, so we have suit, we have test, we have test, we have classes, and inside that we have class. Okay, okay, so we have suit, we have test, we have classes, we have opened classes here, and we have closed the classes here, we have closed the test, we have closed the suit. Okay, okay guys, so okay, so this is how the actual XML looks like. So we have suit, we have test, we have classes, and then we have class, and the class gives call to my some xyz dot java file, and inside that we have multiple methods. So before method will execute before calling any method. Okay, so this is the flow of a test ng. Going back to my going back to my project, so I did the same thing. I've added before suit, before test, before class, and before method, and the same for after. So what after do is the same thing, like it will execute before the suit, and after completing the execution my after suit will execute here. So here after suit will execute. Okay, and same thing for test as well. So before test executed here, and after test will execute here. Okay, and same thing for class as well. Before class executed here, and once it finished the execution of a class, then it will execute. And same thing for method, and before method will execute before calling any method, and once it complete the execution for that method, then after method will get executed. Okay, so this is the thing. And now when we do a okay, so what happened here is now observe this carefully. So what happened here is my before suit, before test, before class got executed. Okay, so what happened here is my before suit, before test, before classes, these three got executed first. You have to understand here is my method 1 have annotation of @test. Okay, and same for method 2. Okay, so what happened here is, so this is all about testng now. Okay, so what happened in testng is just an overview of testng. There are actually couple of other things. It's testng itself is very vast, so I will be covering testng in a different series, but in order to understand the Cucumber testng execution flow, I have to cover this as well. Okay, so far what I have told you is I have suit, test, classes, and inside classes I have class. So this class gives a call to my this xyz.java, and in this I have multiple tests, which is @test method 1, @test method 2. Okay, So what happen is this before method will execute before each method. Before each method means before each test. So here don't people of usually get confused before test and before method. Okay, so before test will execute here. Okay guys, please understand, before test will execute at this level and before method will execute before every test. Okay, I hope this is very much clear. So going back to the code, if I run this, okay, so it is very much self-explanatory. If you have understood this diagram, then I don't this will create a problem in understanding this output. Okay, so what I did this is I have when I triggered it, so it gives the before suit got executed first, followed by before test and before class. Okay, so when we have two before class, so I have this class and I have one before class from my runner method. So now you will ask me why it followed this sequence. Okay, so I have two before class, one before class I have declared here and second before class is from the abstract test ng, which I have copy and pasted here. Okay, so I have two before class. So now the priority first will go to it will execute in the alphabetical order. So this begins with S and this begins with B. So in B and S, which comes first? Obviously B. So B got a call first. Okay, so if I have two tags, if I have two methods with before class annotation, then it executes based on the alphabetical order. Okay, so this is I think very much clear. So then when before class is executed, okay, so we are here. Before executing anything, my before class is executed here. Okay, my before class is executed here, and after executing the call goes to my class. Okay, the class is xyz.java and inside that, so this is my class actually. So customized test is my xyz.java. Okay, and inside this we have @test. You can see guys, yes, so this is @test, but before executing @test the call will go to my data provider. Okay, here you can see the call goes to my data provider. So data provider got executed, then from the data provider it got the before method. So I have one method. Okay, so this got executed and I am from test from runner method. So I am from before method is coming actually from the before method. Okay, so this you remember, before executing any @test, my before method will execute first. So the call will go to my before method. Yeah, so here you can see I am from before method. So this got executed, and after that the call goes to my @test. Okay guys, so here then this will print the scenario name, the feature name. Okay, and I am from runner method. So now guys, this test will run 3 times. Okay, so what happened here is my data provider is collecting all the scenario. Okay, my data provider, what it is doing is, my data provider is collecting all the scenario, like scenario 1, scenario 2 and scenario 3. Okay, so when it collects all the scenario, then my data provider will give this information to my @test that you have to execute all these three scenarios. So this will execute 3 times. Okay, so before executing this method, my call will again go to my before method. Okay, so same for after method. So I am from after method will execute, and before executing new scenario, the call will again go to my before method. Then the same thing will happen, and finally after class. So I have two after class. So one is executed here from the runner method, and then and first from the after class, and second from the runner method, and then after test. Okay, and then after suit. Okay guys, so I hope this is very much clear. Okay, now what I will do is I will add hooks as well. Okay, okay guys, so that's the beauty of Cucumber with TestNG. So let me give you example by adding a hook. Okay, so inside the runner file I have to pass the package name. Okay, so this package I have to pass it in the glue, and this will identify my hook. So what I am doing here is I am doing before step. So I have before step public void before step and from before step, and then before step, then before scenario. Sorry guys, before so what happened here is, so there is no annotation for before scenario, it is actually before. Okay, public void before scenario and from before scenario. Okay, so this before is coming from IO Cucumber, which I have added here. So this is my IO Cucumber Java. So all these are coming from my IO Cucumber dependency, and I will add after as well. Before step, after step, and from after step, and same for the after here. Okay, so I will execute again. Yeah. See guys, what happened here is now I am before scenario, I am after scenario, and I am before scenario. Okay. So before executing any scenario, it's give a call to my hook that I am from before scenario, and after completing the scenario, this will give a call to my after scenario, I am from after scenario, and before executing any step like given and when then any step, it will give a call to my before step. So previously it was not there, but in latest Cucumber you can see before step as well. So it will go, if it will give a call to my before step, I am from before step. So before executing any step, it's giving me the step name. Okay. Yeah. So that's all about the execution. So I hope this is very much clear to you guys. So please stay connected, please subscribe my channel, and thanks for supporting me. Thank you.